It's the book of AlphaRonomy, homie. Read it or weep.
Now, I was thinking today, man, and I was just thinking about all the crazy things I've seen men do, man, when it came to mostly women, but sometimes just in life itself. Some of the things that men were involved in or engaged in, and they really didn't even think they were that bad. They were that bad. They obviously thought they were good things to be involved in. While on the outside looking in, you're looking at them like, bro, you can't be serious right now. See, the main thing that men have to deal with out here, man, is that there's a way things should be done. There's a way that you should do things, and there's a way that you want to do things. Now, the way you want to do things is always easier because it caters to your feelings. It caters to what you want to feel, caters to what you want to hear, caters to what you want to think, caters to what you want to see. But it does you no good in the large scheme of things. And then there's a way that things should be done if you want to get the optimal result. And the main thing I see out here is the way that men interact with women in a relationship setting. Hell, sometimes even when in a platonic friendship setting. But let me tell you one thing. The one mindset that all men must keep in mind is that a woman only has value to you if she submits.
Chuck Diesel.
Not just because you want her to submit, not just because she should submit, but a woman who won't submit brings negative energy with her into your life. It's not the fact that, see, we always look at it and say, hey, having a woman will do this. Having a woman will do this. A woman, no, it's not a woman will do that. There is a man who has a woman in his life, has excelled ever since he allowed her into his life because she submitted from day one. That is the only energy from a woman that benefits a man, the submissive energy. That's why so many women are involved in relationships that are based solely on sex, because that is the only way that many of them will submit themselves to a man. So they can always end up with a beta male simp mangina whose life is based on pedestalizing her every moment of the day. But when it comes to a real man, a red pill man, a alpha man, a strong man, a masculine man, she ain't got a snowball chance in hell to get one man besides the bedroom. So whatever energy is going on in your life, man, listen, you have to understand the energy. Way before things go bad in your life, the energy shifts. You feel differently. You don't even feel like yourself anymore. The energy has changed. The energy is internal. How bad must someone's energy be to come and change your internal energy, man? How bad must their energy be? How negative must their energy be if their energy changes your own? And it's not that their energy is stronger. It's the fact that you've relaxed because you're comfortable with her. You're so comfortable with her that your energy has just relaxed completely. Her energy has not. So it doesn't matter how strong you are. You can be the strongest man in the world. But if you are asleep, the smallest man in the world, the weakest man in the world, could probably still whoop you, because the time you realize you're getting whooped, it's over already. You're too far behind. The damage is done. That's how it is when you're in a relationship with a woman who won't submit. Any woman who will not submit does not deserve a relationship. She deserves everything else she's going to get in life. I ain't saying she don't deserve her career. She deserves her degrees. She deserves her Benz. She deserves a little nice house. She deserves her clothes. She deserves the jewelry. She deserves to take girl trips with her girlfriends, man. If that's what she wants, she deserves to put her children in private school. She deserves to have all that. But what she does not deserve is a relationship. Let her have all that, because nothing fulfills her more than being in a relationship with a strong masculine man. It takes all of those other things to make her feel half as good as she would feel if she was in the company of an all masculine man and she was in a submissive state like she was put here to be. And if she does not do that, she is bringing negative energy to your life. I don't care what her other characteristics are. Her energy is going to draw yours down because you're really fond of her. How else would she be so close to you? Now, let's talk about something, man. Let's talk about something. As men, when you think back to the issues you've had in your life, all of them, think back to all the issues you had in your life. Back to when your mama mistreated you, back to when, your stepmom might have mistreated you, back to how, you might have got in trouble for hitting a girl back who hit you, or then you get older, you mess around and, you got this, whatever you dealt with. If you've been in a terrible relationship with multiple women, if you've been taken advantage of, if you've been stripped of your parenting ability, then you had to fight to get it back. If you've been wrongly accused of something, falsely accused of some type of assault or some type of improper touching or anything that you did not do, if you've been lied on, if a woman has come on to you and then when her man finds out, she tells the man that you came on to her. The list goes on of all of the things you dealt with. If you've ever had a woman tell you she was pregnant with your child, only to find out that it's not your child. If any of these things have befallen you, if you're like Nas, and every time a woman gets to feel a certain way, she takes you back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. The child support court until the child just gets too old for you to still have to pay. If you've dealt with any of these things, then tell me this. After all the problems you've had with women, do you think the solution is to chase them down and get as many as you can in your life? In any capacity, sexually, as friends, as employees, as whatever you want to have them as. Do you think the solution to all of the problems you had in your interaction with women throughout your life is to go out, pursue them? Wait a minute. First, build yourself up to where they'll accept you. Then go out, pursue them, get as many as you can in your presence, and keep a steady rotation of a high number of women in your life at the same time. Most of your problems came with one at a time. Why in the hell do you want 15 or 20? See, these men keep telling themselves that it's about the relationship. It's not about the relationship. It's about the submissive nature of the woman. If she does not have that submissive nature, from the very moment you spend time around her, her energy is going to latch on to you. Let me tell you something about masculine energy. Masculine energy is not a magnetic energy, meaning whoever it's on, it stays on them, and it does not try to latch itself on to other people around. Feminine energy is just the opposite. Feminine energy is an attaching spirit, it's an attaching energy. It tries to latch on to anyone who comes around. That is why when you're in a relationship with a woman, she seems to want to bump heads with you all the time. It's not because she feels like she's stronger than you. She don't know what the hell going on because she don't understand energy. She's just going by what society says. This is what you need to be. She don't know what's going on. In her mind, she thinks she's being a certain way, being a part of some movement. All she's doing is being victimized by the energy around her that she is unaware of. So the moment you start spending time with her, her energy is trying to attach to you. And I'm not saying the energy is attaching to you to make you gay or anything. I'm saying the energy is attaching to you to throw your own energy off. It wants to weaken your energy so that it can control you. I did a video called Control is Her Ultimate Goal. Nothing has been more true that I've ever said to you. But not because of her. It's because of the energy that femininity represents. So if you don't believe that the solution to all the problems you ever had with women is to get as many women as you can, then why in the hell are you out here doing that? Why are you thinking that's the thing to do? Why are you seeking out information in order to do that? It's like a crackhead saying the way for me to stop smoking crack is to buy all the crack I can and just have it around me all the time, hoping that one of them gonna let me get a hit. You see what I'm saying? That's the same type of illogical thought process that it takes to say all the problems I've had with women. Man, so many men have been heartbroken in situations. Man, so many men have been lied to. So many men have been cheated on. So there's like so many men have been robbed. So many men have been set up to be robbed. So many men have been used to get a green card. So many men have been used to have an easy way out. So many men have been used to be killed so the women can get their life insurance. Men go through millions of things. As I state, and I probably state at least once a week, every day in the United States of America, 10 men commit suicide after a divorce. 10 men. That's 3,650 men a year. Every decade, there's 36,500 men not being killed in car wrecks, not dying from prostate cancer, not dying from lung cancer, not dying from testicular cancer, not dying from colon cancer. You know what they dying from? They dying from stress, man. They are dying from stress. The same stresses that all of us go through when we deal with women. But they are the men who dealing with the worst of it, or who maybe deal with the worst stress over all the years. And this was just a nail in the coffin, but they are deciding that, they're not even deciding. Their mindset, they're up so low and got so negative from the negative feminine energy that attached to them all of those years that the final request for them is to end it. And you mean to tell me that it's wise to go get as many women as you can? Get as much feminine energy as you can in your life? Come on, man. That ain't making no kind of sense. So, if that's not the issue, then you ask yourself, what it is in your mind that's telling you that that's the thing you should do? What part of you is telling you that that's the thing you should do? You're out of touch with the energy, man. You're out of touch with the energy. When you're out of touch with the energy, the only senses you use are your five senses. When you're in touch with the energy, being in touch with the energy is simply using your third eye. It is simply using your third eye. If I say something in this stream, and once this stream is gone off, 2 days from now, you remember something I said in this stream. It's not the body that you're in doing that. It's your third eye reaching back, collecting information for you throughout your entire life. You can think of anything. Your energy covers all time spectrums. It doesn't matter what time it is in your life. Sometimes you have deja vu, which shows you your energy covers time spectrums in other dimensions. Man, well, we ain't gonna get all into that right now, man, because that'll blow your wig back. But the energy is real, homies. The energy is real. So this is the thing that men have to understand. And I told you, man, I had a cat who was telling me, who I was talking about. I made a stream. We did a show entitled Virtuous Women, A Thing of the Past. And a cat came on and said that Seventh-day Adventist women are the only ones left. And I told him that uh, two of the first women who tried to get with me intimately were, two of the first married women who tried to get with me intimately were Seventh-day Adventists. And he was like, well, they weren't real Adventists. I'm like, man, how you know, man? You don't know them. Who made you the authority on what a Seventh-day Adventist is? You see, he's a man who can't accept that no matter what title you put on a woman, she will not be perfect. There are no perfect women, man. But in his mind, he will be the same fool that'll go marry a woman just because she's a Seventh-day Adventist, and he'll think she's perfect, and he'll find out she's not perfect, and then he'll be added to the list of the 10 men daily. Because not being aware is the main stress factor for men. Feeling like you put yourself in a situation and trusted someone that you should have never trusted, that you should have never even had in your presence. How do you resign yourself to the fact that you had someone around you, you cut them into half of everything you have, you really lock yourself to them for life, and you kind of find out that they shouldn't have even been in your crib, bro. Think about that. They shouldn't have even been in your crib. And not only are they in your crib, they own your crib. So what men have to understand is that Women are designed to use men to their benefit. They're designed that way. No matter how good she is, no matter how wholesome she is, no matter if she's a virgin, no matter if she's submissive, no matter what she is designed to use men to her benefit. It's not a bad thing. It's not a good thing. It's just a thing, homie. This is what it is. This is just how they're designed, man. Really nothing you can do about it. So that's why Jaheim makes songs like, you better put that woman first. That's why Joe makes songs like, I'll do all the things your man won't do. That's why these cats make songs like this, because they know, you know, I know that if you have a woman and she's not happy, she is likely to find happiness somewhere else. Not because it's good, not because it's bad, because it is. The problem with us as men, we got to stop worrying about what's good and bad. We can't even accept the truth. Before you can try to see if the truth is good or bad, your ass got to know the truth and accept it first. And these truths are hard, man. That is why I say we deal with the truths of life in here. Because there are truths that we as men must accept. And if you accept all of the necessary truths, you won't find yourself in those situations that men are constantly finding themselves in. Like, I don't want to hear no more dudes, man, crying about what women did to them. Especially if it's been more than one time and you were young and you got caught up, cool. But as a young dude now, you should never get caught up, man. There's too much information out here. Everything is online. Anytime something happens with celebrity, divorces, or relationships, you hear about it online. Anytime something happens with anything, you hear it online. So what we're talking about here, man, is simply accepting the fact that women are designed to use men for their benefit. That is what they're designed for. You ain't got to believe it. You can keep jumping in and out of situations, man, until you're going to see it for yourself. And my thing is this. If you're going to be used by a woman, if she thinks she's using you, if you look at the situation and say the benefit of it is greater for you than it is for her, then no harm, no foul. You know what I'm saying? If the situation benefits you more, no harm, no foul. That's all I'm saying. But you might as well believe it. Anytime you deal with a woman in an intimate relationship, in any relationship, really, she's designed to use you for whatever benefit it is. It may be financial, it may be companionship, it may be somebody to talk to, it may be somebody to smoke with, it may be somebody to have drinks with, it may be somebody to have dinner with, it may be anything. It may be somebody to shoot ball with, maybe somebody to shoot pool with, maybe somebody to go to some school with, might be somebody to do anything with, might be somebody to swim with, might be somebody to chase trim with. You never know. But it's going to be some benefit for her in your presence. I can guarantee you that. Now, another thing, the reason that you must understand that is because then you will start to deal with women the way you should as a man instead of pedestalizing them. But you have to understand that sex has no value. So why would I work for it or pay for it? If it has no value, see, you work because it has value and you make money for it. That's what you do. If you work for yourself, you work for someone else. If your money works for you, whatever is working is going to be compensated for working. So work has value. You value that. Money, you value money because you will work in exchange for money. And you will also give money in exchange for work. If you need something done, you will pay someone to do it. If someone needs something done and you have that skill, you will accept money from them in order to do it for them. But where does sex rank in all of that? What is it worth, really? What is it worth when you're already paying the woman already with the sex itself? It has value to her. When she needs it, she needs it. So why are you going to pay her that and then turn around and pay her money for it? Or break bread with her? Or be a walking bank account for her? And if you don't have to pay for it, why in the hell are you going to work for it? How much work are you going to put in for it? What is it worth to you? Pick a salary. What would you pay yourself an hour? Anything you could pay yourself $1 million, $1 billion, $1 trillion an hour. Of course, this is a hypothetical scenario. We won't use hypothetical scenarios very often, but this is to prove a point. What would you pay yourself per hour if you could pay yourself whatever you wanted to? Let's say you sell on $1 million. Every 10 hours, you're making $10 million. Let's say every week for 5 weeks, you're spending 2 hours with this woman. That's 10 hours. That's your $10 million. Tell me, out of all that time, what has she given you that's worth $10 million? So you have to stop looking at life from the perspective of what you have and start looking at life from the perspective of what's yours. What are you working hard to go get now? What are you chasing down right now because it belongs to you? That is why you look at sex and can't place any value on it, because the things that would make it valuable, even those things aren't present anymore. So when you think about these things and you say, you got men going out here to work hard for it, then you got men paying for it, and then you got men working hard and paying for it. You got men paying for it while they working for it, and you got men working for it while they paying for it. You have to understand, man, that it has no value. And when you accept the fact that women are designed to use men for their benefits, and then you couple it with the fact that you understand that sex has no value, then you start to look at her for other benefits besides just sex. See, a man will take sex in exchange for everything he brings to the table. A man will bring himself to the table. He will be well put together physically. He'll be emotionally stable, mentally stable, financially stable, spiritually grounded. He bringing all that to the table, and all he will accept in exchange is sex. Literally, he will accept that in exchange. Makes no sense to me, man. It's straight up foolishness. Straight up foolishness. So another thing that you have to understand is this, and I've said this probably some of my earliest content on this platform. You have to demand respect from a woman from day one. You say, well, how can I demand respect? What the hell you mean? How can you demand it? You just don't accept no disrespect. That's how you demand things, by not accepting the opposite. Well, you're going to lose a lot of women. So would you rather have a woman that's going to disrespect you, fool? Respect is the number one thing that you must have in place when you're dealing with women, man. But let me tell you this, and you always remember this, that once a woman disrespects you and gets away with it, she will not suddenly start to respect you someday. It is gone. A woman will not suddenly respect a man that she's used to disrespecting. You cannot, once you allow her to do it without reprimand, you cannot then reprimand her the next time. She has already started down the path of disrespect. You have to nip it in the bud. And with the modern woman, that's a lot of work, because she's being raised and being taught and being told that she has the right to say what she wants to say, when she wants to say it. She has the right to do what she wants to do, when she wants to do it. She has the right to come and go as she pleases, even if she's in a relationship with you. So why put yourself in a situation where you already know it's going to be an uphill battle with garnering respect from someone who should have been born with respect for you? These are the type of things that we're dealing with in society as men, and we don't talk about them because all we want to do is chase women. We want women and money. That's all we want. We want women and money, and then we give the women the money. We never send the women out to go make money for us. We always give them the money that we made for some sex that somebody already had before. Come on, man. Let's be real.